We start with India and the US, and do not worry. It's not more rhetoric or attacks. For a change, there is some good news today. India and the United States have signed a crucial defense deal, a 10-year pact to deepen cooperation. And frankly, it's a bit of a googly. Both countries are in the middle of a trade war. The US is cozying up to Pakistan. India is diversifying its options. So the last thing we expected was a military deal, that too a decade-long one. So what is the play? The deal was signed in Kuala Lumpur today. That's where the ASEAN-India defense meeting was held. India was represented by Rajnath Singh, the Defense Minister of India. Also in town was Pete Hegseth. He is the US Secretary of War. Basically, he's America's Defense Minister. Rajnath Singh met Pete Hegseth on the sidelines. Later, both of them signed a 10-year defense pact. Listen to how India described it. The deal will usher in a new era in our already strong defense partnership. This defense framework will provide policy direction to the entire spectrum of the India-US defense relationship. Our partnership is critical for ensuring a free, open and rules-based Indo-Pacific region. So India is quite thrilled about it. Rajnath Singh is declaring a new era in defense ties. And same on the other side. Here's how the US described the deal, and I'm quoting again. This advances our defense partnership, a cornerstone for regional stability and deterrence. We are enhancing our coordination, information sharing and tech cooperation. Our defense ties have never been stronger. So the sentiment is positive on both sides. But what about the specifics? What will this agreement lead to? There is no detailed statement yet from either side, but we do have some hints. Rajnath Singh's statement suggests the deal will be comprehensive. He says it will address the entire spectrum of ties. And Pete Hegseth also dropped some hints. He says India and the US will share more information, share more technology and improve their military coordination. Though frankly, this deal is not about the specifics. It is about the larger political statement. Because just look at where India-US ties are. Arguably the lowest point in 2 decades. President Donald Trump has imposed 50% tariffs on India. He is supporting and arming Pakistan. Yet the India-US military relationship remains unaffected. In fact, it continues to expand. So the broader message is quite clear. The trade conflict is separate from the strategic relationship. That will satisfy policymakers on both sides. Also look at the time frame. 10 years may not be a long time in geopolitics, but for a president on his last term, it is a big deal. It is a statement of intent from the United States establishment, sort of like a long-term bet on India. At the same time, it's also a message to China. Both Rajnath Singh and Pete Hegseth alluded to this. The Indian Defense Minister said Washington and New Delhi would ensure a free, open Indo-Pacific. That is double-speak for taking on China. Hegseth called this deal a cornerstone for regional stability. Again, the same message in a different form. The question is, how should India see this outreach? Well, partnerships are always welcome. India is looking to diversify its military purchases, and the US fits neatly into that plan. Having said that, there are concerns too. For example, jet engines. The US is contracted to supply engines for India's Tejas jet. Those shipments have been delayed, and by extension, the jets have also been delayed. Same with joint production. India and the US agreed to jointly make jet engines. There is no progress on that front either. I'm sure the specifics will be discussed down the line, but for now, this deal is all about the messaging. India-US ties may be down, but not out.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all three just for you. This is First Post Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.